I want you to hit me as hard as you can. In the beginning, there was nothing.
All actors are kinda crazy and all that stuff you know. Today we shall discuss the sanity of Russell Crowe. His grandfather was a cinematographer who filmed an entire damn war. He turned down the roles of Aragon, Wolverine, and Collateral, starring Adam Sandler. Russell smoked 60 cigarettes a day, started at age 10. Mr. Crowe has quite the temper. Where do we begin?
I'm vaguely offended by that.
Russell Crowe threw a telephone at a man in a hotel. Even Ridley Scott says he's angry all the time. Oh well.
Russell Crowe had to be restrained last night during a post-Oscar party.
He yells at fans who take his photo without permission and got lost on a kayaking expedition. He always takes on roles that are very demanding and got into a fight with his own bodyguard. It was a misunderstanding.
They're afraid of you, aren't they?
They should be.
Crowe has publicly bashed De Niro, Clooney, and Harrison Ford, and stormed off a plane because they wouldn't let him bring his hoverboard on board. He sent George Clooney a book of his poems to apologize, and gained over 60 pounds for Body of Lies. He was in a band, and they were called the 30-Odd Foot Grunts. He got his tooth kicked out and didn't want a new one for years. Russell Crowe loves the outdoors and putting back a few beers. Maximus is on a stamp that Australia made, and he stole Meg Ryan from Dennis Quaid. He's a perfectionist, whether you like it or not, and was the target of an Al-Qaeda plot. He has a reputation as the rudest actor in the biz, and did all of his own singing in Les Mis. He attacked the director of the BAFTA awards show after his speech was cut short. He kicked some chairs and threw them up against a wall, according to a report. In 2002, at a London restaurant, Russell got into another fight. Once, he got drunk with Ricky Gervais, and they tweeted together all night. Russell Crowe's behavior can, at times, be reckless. He is friends with Rick Perry, the former governor of Texas. Mr. Crowe shared words of encouragement to a struggling young actor named Henry, gave him an autograph, and was really friendly. This inspired him to continue on with his acting career. Then years later, Russell played his father here.
I was like, yeah. And he goes, do you remember a kid that came and talked to you about acting? I went, yeah.
He's the go-to actor for historical epic action, and was prank called for years by Michael Jackson.
Who is this?
Don't worry, Russell, it's only Michael.
He gave Oprah a sword, that's kinda cool, and gave a lot of money to help rebuild a school. Some would say his aggressive antics would be cause for alarm. He gained 40 pounds for The Insider, then lost it all for Gladiator just by working on his farm. But the craziest thing he ever did was try to make Gladiator 2, but he dies in the end, so what does the screenplay do? It sends Maximus to heaven to battle the Roman gods. Then he gets resurrected and becomes immortal against all odds. He fights in every war, from the Crusades to Vietnam and beyond. Then the film ends with him working at the Pentagon. He hung out with the real John Nash to prepare for A Beautiful Mind, and after filming Gladiator, he rode his motorcycle across Australia to unwind. He gives us great performances, and that's all we really need. On set, he was challenged to a fight by actor Oliver Reed. He may be difficult to work with, but at least he's good. This character is based off of Old Dirty Bastard and Clint Eastwood. In 1999, he got into yet another fight at yet another hotel. They tried to use the security video as blackmail.
Fighting round the world, Russell Crowe.
He had tons of water dropped on him while filming Noah, which caused him to get hypothermia. Originally, he turned down LA Confidential because he didn't believe he could play a tough guy, but he wanted to at least try it. Some thought he looked too old to play Robin Hood, so he went on a crash diet. For Cinderella Man, he lost 50 pounds again, and for Master and Commander, he learned to play the violin. He made the ship crew play rugby so they could learn to work as a team. Russell Crowe is a lovable jerk, if you know what I mean. His film Romper Stomper was banned in some places. Let that be a warning. Once Russell Crowe called a producer and threatened to kill him with his bare hands at 3 in the morning. As a joke, Russell Crowe ripped off his insider wig to scare some kids. Damn. And his best friend is Nicole Kidman. A lot of his Gladiator dialogue was improvisation. While boxing, he suffered several concussions, a dislocated shoulder, and cracked teeth. Talk about dedication. We all know Russell Crowe loves to drink, but he loves acting more, because he gave up drinking for Les Miserables to make his voice pure.
Do not forget my name.
To get into character for Bud White, he moved into a small house in order to feel bigger. Did I mention that Russell Crowe really loves his liquor? But his character in LA Confidential doesn't drink a bit, so Russell went 5 painful months without taking a sip.
What are you, some kind of smartass?
Russell sure has passion, and in Hollywood, that's a big deal. The cuts on his face in this battle scene were real. Name a character, and I'm sure Russell Crowe can act it, but never, never, never ask him about his Robin Hood accent.
The accent you've given him, there are hints to me of Irish, but what were you thinking of in those terms?
You've got dead ears, mate. You seriously got dead ears if you think that's an Irish accent.
He headbutted a fellow actor because he quote-unquote deserved it, and received 3 straight Oscar nominations. He really earned it. Now that you see all the awards he has gained, I'll ask you one question. Are you not entertained?
That's enough about me. Let's talk about me. Kiss my butt. Love, Russell.